Happy afternoon, dear lovelies. It is Heather from Creative Sage, and dun da da dum. We made it to day 5 of the Enchanted Sparks Card Pull. I couldn't be more proud of us. If you're still here on day 5, you deserve a piece of candy. So if I see you anytime soon, I will make sure I have candy in my purse for you. So I'm wondering, um, have you connected to this idea of a divine conversation with the Enchanted Sparks yet? You know, when I started this, part of the whole concept as it was unraveling and becoming more clear to me was the idea. So many times I sit with clients in magical mentoring sessions and we talk about the importance of journaling. But for one reason or another, a lot of us are really, really uncomfortable with this idea. Sitting down and staring at a blank page, waiting for something to bubble up to the surface, that's awkward for a lot of us. So the Enchanted Sparks, if you have a journal, it's a great and easy invitation. You simply write the word that shows up for you. You write the card that you pull, and then without even giving it much thought, you just start doodling out words and things that come to mind. And what are the first three thoughts? What sort of sentences tumble out? The idea of the Enchanted Sparks is honestly to sort of invite a dialogue between you and your highest self to become something that you're comfortable with. There's no right or wrong way to frame this. It's simply a dialogue. So if you sit down with the cards every day, and sooner than later, there will be an actual physical deck available for you. And you can sort of see the journal I started working on as well. But so you'll sit down with these lovely painted enchanted sparks, and you'll ask the question, what would you have me know today? And assume that the answer that you're going to be receiving comes from the highest self, the most divine self, as a way to open up a conversation, a dialogue. The sparks are meant to be just what I called them, tiny little sparks. And if we do this with good intention and an open mind and an open heart and full presence, then that spark has the opportunity as the day goes on, or even maybe as you're writing in your journal, that spark has the opportunity to become a flame. And heaven only knows what that could lead to. So again, the idea is simply an invitation. You write down your word, sort of like I did back in June, and then as the things and the thoughts and the sentences bubble up, you just sort of scribble them onto a paper and let them become what they need to be. So that being said, don't want to keep you here all day as usual. So I've done a little pre-game connecting, if you will, before I turn the camera on, which means I ask the same question of the beloved Enchanted Sparks every day. What would you most have me know today? And that question is really about leaving space for whatever needs to show up for you to show up. It's a way to focus, a way to tune in, a way to dial in and receive whatever is most trying to get your attention today. So today, let's see what shows up for us. What would you have me know today? We'll dig in a little bit. You just keep moving those cards around until you feel that there is a card for you with a message. And ooh, this is a good one. Commitment. If you've known me for more than 30 seconds, you know that commitment and I are not great friends. So this is interesting to me because quite honestly, I was journaling about this. And at the last new moon, I had written down very clearly that I am 100% committed to this process. Of really getting the Enchanted Sparks to where I've wanted them to be, to being the vessel to share the downloads that I receive and hold space for you to feel comfortable for whatever shows up for you. So commitment, for me, this card immediately is a reminder of a promise that I made to myself, that I made to my highest self, not too long ago, saying, I am 100% committed. I'm not going to get in the way of this. I'm just going to hold space and allow it to do whatever it needs to do. So I wonder what commitment means to you. I wonder, when I turn this card over, what was the first thing that popped into your mind that you could feel comfortable allowing to spill onto a page, and see what continues to show up. There isn't a good or bad version of this. There's only what feels right for you. And I always say that it's an invitation, because if you really tune in to the energy of the word on the card, I promise you it has something to share with you. And it might not be anything to do with what you're seeing on that card. It may trigger something, a thought, a memory, an idea. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I would really love to hear from you in the comments, or even private message. I know that doing this with my magical mentoring clients, even when we're sitting across from one another, it's just a really interesting way to initiate a dialogue and put a little faith behind it and see what shows up. So I hope this has given you something to think about today. I'm so grateful that you showed up for day 5, and can't wait to see what tomorrow holds for us. Until then, I wish you the brightest blessings and a wonderful day ahead. Thanks again. See you tomorrow.